Louisiana, when you have a mayor who will not listen to the cries of the community. When we know today it was confirmed that those 37 employees will lose their job today.
The NAACP is pushing for Lafayette Mayor President Josh Guillory to keep the 37 Parks and Recs employees who were laid off today. Now, that announcement made nearly a month ago is now in effect. The NAACP says it's important for them to continue advocating for the community. They believe money is still available to keep these employees on board. Meanwhile, the Guillory administration says these cuts are necessary. Chris Welty has more.
Part of our issue is that the budget is made until October 31st.
Marcia Broussard, president of the Lafayette chapter of the NAACP, says it's, quote, evil to lay off the 37 Parks and Recreation employees who have dedicated their lives to serving the community.
The 37 employees, we understand that 26 of them are African Americans, and I believe some of them have been asked to do part-time with no benefits, and we believe that that's cold-hearted.
It has nothing to do with this mayor president trying to attack one group or another. It has to do with him trying to keep the city from going bankrupt and fulfilling that legal obligation to have a balanced budget.
The NAACP maintains these employees could have remained and says it's not enough to keep the rec centers open. They believe the city parish needs to shift its priorities.
Sad day in Lafayette when our government cares more about drainage than it does about the health, safety, and well-being of its citizens.
We don't make the decisions that we're making now. Next year, it'll be several times that amount of people that would end up having to be laid off because of the way we've been spending.
LCG Chief Communications Officer Jamie Angel says the employees laid off are civil service and their positions are eliminated. He says the people laid off were newer to their positions.
It goes on a seniority basis. So the people who were laid off weren't the people who were there for 30 or 40 years if their positions were still available.
Did y'all follow civil service
Absolutely.
rules?
We have no choice but to follow civil service rules. Again, everything was done within the letter of the law.
Angel says LCG is working to relocate some of the employees to other departments, but does not have information on how many were offered other jobs. In Lafayette, Chris Welty, KATC TV3.
Well, also of note, LCG announced today they've received three requests for proposals for public-private partnerships for the operation and maintenance of the 4 rec centers on the north side. We're told the proposals are being reviewed, but none have been awarded. An LCG spokesperson says the people laid off could have an opportunity to be hired again if a contract is awarded.